Hi everyone, we're here at John Sadler's Auto Repair. We have a 1987 Mercedes 560 SL. Customer's complaint is a low brake pedal. What we found out was the brake caliper was leaking. So this is supposed to be dry inside, all the fluids leaking out of the caliper. So I got two calipers from a company called New Geon. They make a pretty good caliper. I've used their parts in the past. And what I found is, I started putting the calipers and the rotors on, and I put the caliper on, and then I'm going to put the pads in and I'm going to bleed it. Well, I went to open the bleeder screw, and as you can see, the bleeder screw is just flopping all over the place. It does screw in and tighten up, but when you're screwing it in, it's not supposed to move like that. When you take the other one that came in the box, and you look at the bleeder screw, it moves a little bit, but not like that other one. And then you take the one that came off the car, and it hardly moves at all because it hasn't been rebuilt. What they do when they take these apart is they sandblast them and they bee blast them, and it takes some of the thread off of the inside of the housing. And there's some small little, the reason I'm making this video, there's some small little nuances. If you see the size of this, it's actually bigger than the other one for the other side. Then if you look at the other side, if you see where all the bolts come through the caliper, they all go the same amount. When you look at the one I took off the right side, you see they're going here, and you see this one here is longer. And it has a different size nut on the end here for the bleeder screw for the wrench. So, and it has a loose fitting in there, so what you got to be careful of, I'm pretty darn experienced at doing this kind of work. I've got the thing already bolted on the car, I'm trying to put the pads in, I'm going to get ready to bleed it, and then I find that out, and I say, oh, this is no good at all. I can't put that on my customer's car. If that bleeder screw should come out or back off, or you know those threads are damaged and very loose, and that comes out, all the brake fluid comes out, and an old car like that, the brake pedal's going to go to the floor, and the car's going to crash. So it's not too good for the customer, and not too good for me at all. So a little tip from John Sadler's, really inspect the part closely, and do the repair, solve the problem before the car leaves your shop. I have another part coming from the same company. I'm going to check it out and make sure, before I put it on this time, and make sure it's a good part. But the closer I look, that's when I found that problem. And when that thing's flopping around like this, that is just no good at all. These threads inside of here are wobbled out. Those threads are damaged. And so when they take this and make it look all pretty, they take a sandblast everything, they don't cover that hole, so that hole gets wobbled out. So whoever built this one didn't build this one, because this one, you can see the bleeder moves around a little bit, but nothing like the other one. And all the bolts are the same length. So you can find one little thing wrong, or you can find, you know, a little scratch somewhere or something. But when you find a part where you bleed the fluid out, and then you start looking at the way it's put together, you find a bolt that's too long in it. It's like someone's taking spare parts off other calipers trying to make a caliper. So when you're involved in brakes, I want everyone to know, the whole world to know, please look at everything very closely. If you find anything damaged, or the threads where the brake line goes in, if you find those damaged, take a close look at those. And it threaded on, all the rest of it looked good. So, in closing, just be very careful. You can buy a good quality name brand part, but it can have a bad quality built part that didn't get past, they got past whatever inspectors are supposed to inspect it. It got past them big time on this one, but we caught it before the car left. We have another caliper coming. We're going to fix the vehicle properly and have a happy customer and a happy John Sadler. Thank you very much. Have a great day.